Hello, welcome to my first little YouTube video here. I am very excited to have the opportunity to kind of film whatever I want and post whatever I want. I feel like that's something that's been a dream of a lot of people in younger generations. Just that we have a lot of people that we look up to that are YouTubers and a lot of people that we consume on a daily basis and we go, oh, I want to be like you. So I'm pretty excited about this. My goal for this channel is to just kind of post whatever I want to post. Mainly surrounding my big hobbies such as penpalling and journaling. So I'd love to do some journal with me, some penpal with me, some discussion stuff. I do kind of want to post a little bit of academic related things, like maybe a day of my life at school or study with me, I guess, whatnot. Basically anything that I could ever want to upload online is what I will be uploading on this channel. I don't have many rules for myself in this, and I'm just kind of doing with it what I want. To introduce today's video, I have quite a few things in front of me. Today's video is going to be a what I journal in and what I journal with. I figured it'd be a good introduction to the methods that I use, what I use to execute these methods, and then obviously what I write with, because that's a very important thing, at least to me. When you're journaling consistently, utensils are very, very, very important. So, yeah, I figure let's jump right in. We'll go from smallest to largest, and I'll be doing super in-depth on this. So, if you ever want to know where something is from, I'll do my best to either tag it in the video. I don't know how much I'll be editing my videos, or I will have linked to it in the description. So feel free to check that out. And if I don't ever link something, message me, leave a comment. I'm more than happy to reply with where I got it. I love sharing my tools and what I use and whatnot. So yeah, let's get started. To start off, I think I'm gonna go from smallest to biggest. The first two books that we're going to go over actually had some major changes in them. My whole system had some major changes. This video is kind of acting like a little reminder to myself, like, hey, this is what you're using these books for, this is what you spent that money for, because I definitely have a tendency to just buy things and not use them for how I initially intended them to be used, which is not a good mindset to have. I'm trying to really veer away from consumerist and feeding into that whole habit, which is hard, but doing my best. This is my traveler's notebook. It's the passport size in olive. It's such a beautiful little notebook. I adore it so, so, so much. Obviously, I'm a little biased because my name's Olive, but I got this book in Montreal actually last summer from Notabene, which I don't know what shopping district it's in, but I'll put a link to their location and whatnot. Everybody there is so, so, so sweet. I've had only the best experiences shopping there. I would give them all my money if I could. So there's that. This book actually serves two purposes, obviously as a journal, and it's also my wallet. So I can't show the front of it because I have my cards in the front here. Kind of open it up. I have the PVC kind of folder insert, and the front side has the cards and whatnot. I think, oh yeah, that's just a regular card. So the front side has those cards and whatnot, the ones that I want to be easily accessible that I use almost daily. This notebook's purpose, at least as of today, it stands. I carry this with me everywhere, and I've been doing that, but I've been pretty bad about reaching for it. I am obviously one of the people that has a tendency to reach for my phone instead of something that could be more creative, be more productive. than just scrolling. So this notebook is going to really replace that. My plan is to start keeping my phone in my purse right next to this book, so whenever I reach for my phone, which is in my purse instead of my back pocket or something now, I see this and I go, oh, I can write. I want to write about how I'm feeling, what I'm doing, any to-do lists. I really want to utilize this as a kind of daily driver notebook. And be more productive with my journaling routines. I only have 2 inserts notebook-wise. The first one is a little blank one, which there you can see that's where I got this notebook from. I love to use my blank pages to collect ephemera. So I have tons of receipts in here from purchases that I make or places that I go. This is a movie stub. This is from Bolden Creek. I got to go get lunch with my mom and sister. I got food from Snowball Race Ball. This is from my trip to Montreal. So that's what I use the blank pages for. You'll see a little bit in my standard traveler's notebook that I have drawn in it a bit more. But this one, I really like collecting receipts and pieces of paper, ephemera, whatnot. So instead of just hoarding it in some random container, I'm committing to pasting it in these books, so it's at least somewhere, and then I can eventually archive it. And I haven't really decorated any of the fronts. I can't show the other one. I haven't decorated these, but I really want to decorate them a bit more, just so they're more me. I haven't set this up either. Obviously, this started as something else. This is kind of the everything side of the book. I started off wanting to use this as a little recipe thing. I kind of struggle with the whole cooking department, so I was like, okay, I'll use this to write down recipes, and then whenever I take this to the store, I have those lists really accessible and really easily right there. Then it kind of segued into more journaling. I wrote down a word I really liked here, and then I believe I have a to-do list, and I won't flip through the rest, but there is some journaling in there. I might do some fast flipping in my other books because my journaling is pretty personal, and I don't like sharing that with almost anybody. But yeah, that's what I'm using this book for. It'll be kind of like an on-the-go commonplace book where I just... or maybe commonplace isn't the right word, but an on-the-go one-stop journal. Like, everything I could ever think of, if I have a thought, instead of losing that thought, letting that go, I want to write it in here and have it saved for later, so then whenever I get home, I can open this book up, be like, okay, what was I thinking about whenever I was on the bus to class? Or what was I thinking about whenever I was waiting for the bus to class? There was a YouTuber whose name escapes me right now, but she did a pocket journal demo, I believe last year for a month, and watching that video really inspired me to want a one-stop journal for whenever I am on the go, that whenever I come home, want to split it into my other big pretty books, I can do that. So this is not meant to be super aesthetic, it's entirely functional. So that's what she's used for. Next, I have my standard traveler notebook. This is my pretty book. This is one of my 2 pretty books. You'll kind of notice that I like my writing to be very neat. I know that I'm the only person that's looking at my books, but that's my point exactly, is I'm looking at these books, and I really like whenever they're super clean, they're super straight right out, they're just neat. I don't like having messy notebooks, especially if I'm looking at them really consistently. So I got this book just in my hometown. I've got a clip up here, I've got a little starfish charm that I added, and then a little fish down here. This is a clip. I actually made my boyfriend a little kind of traveler's notebook set up for Christmas for his filmmaking, and this came in a pack of like 4. on AliExpress, so I just added one here. I don't really use it, but I think it looks cute, so that's what I use that for. Yeah, and I got this at a Kinokuniya, which I have a membership for, so I get like 10 to 20% off, which is really nice. To start off, whenever I open her up, and I use this ink as a little thing, I have this Love and Trip. I have a nice Trip with Love folder that I got also in Montreal. I did cut the bottom of it because I didn't like how it was just, like, originally you could only open it like that. You slip things in, and I really wanted it to be an open folder. I added this little pocket here. I also got this in Montreal. I believe this is Traveler's brand. It's a little ruler, which I like having rulers nearby all the time. And I carry this book with me a lot, so that's why she's in here. Just kind of sits on the side here. And then I have another one of those PVC folder things, except this one's not the card one. It's just kind of like a full folder. And I believe there's a, which I won't show it because there's a plane ticket in here. I've recorded this so many times that I've almost stalked myself so many times. But this is another one of the folders, like in my passport size, or the zip baggies in the passport size. And it holds all of my ephemera. Same with this. This is my receipt ephemera, and then the back pocket is all my other ephemera. And I do have, I believe, three notebook inserts in here, so she's kind of chunky, but I love her that way. My first one is just a standard, if I can find an empty page, graph blank. I do have it kind of cut to size, and it's slipped in here because I like to sometimes pull it out. This doesn't lay flat since it's so chunky, so if I'm ever writing in it for a long time and I'm like, wow, this is really annoying to write in because it's so chunky, I can just take it out, put it on my desk or wherever I am, and then put it back in. So this one I started May of last year. That shows how often I've used my traveler's notebooks, which is not at all. First spread is about me being proud owner of a traveler's notebook. So I did the little papers that came in, the receipt, kind of block out their faces, but got to go out with friends in Dallas. Went to Chiba Hut, which is a local restaurant. Got to see the Stardew Valley Orchestra, which was so beautiful. I've got book lists, book reviews, movie dates, names are escaping me, and then I kind of have my journaling in here. This is going to become more commonplacey. I have plans to do more essay writing, more research, more kind of exploring the things that I think about, instead of just having an interest and letting it go, which is something that I feel I really struggle with. I'm really going to commit to kind of writing those things down and noting them, archiving them for later, because that's what notebooks are for. I really like the idea of commonplacing, and I want to do it more for myself. So that's what this section of the notebook will become. Next, I have, which you can see I started it very recently, I have the undated weekly layout in here. I've only got this week set up. I literally got this, on Tuesday, so very, very new in my department. I've got this decorated, and then this week decorated because I wanted to use the stickers. The stickers, I believe, are from Tuzi Studios. I'll find it, I'll link it, I'll confirm that. But they come in a little roll here, which my roll is unraveling since I started it, and you just kind of snip a piece off, peel off the backing, and then you tape it in, and I think it's super, super neat. I love the font on it. I also have one that has the days of the week, so there's that, but I just need the numbers here. And then I've got some Honey Bear Studios star stickers. If you ever see my pen pal Instagram, you know that I'm a huge fan of those. I have like, I think I only have one more sheet left, so LA, you may see me in your shop sometime soon when I get the money. I've got some Tamagotchi stickers from a sticker book. Sending You Love Always has done these, and then Tuesday Studios again for the little doodles. As always, I'll link them down below. But this is what the blank page looks like. It's super simple. It kind of resembles the Hobonichi Weeks, which I kind of wanted, but I don't want to commit to the pre-dated notebooks for my planning. So, and this was pretty cheap to get the insert, and it gets me in this notebook using my traveler's notebook, which I really like. So this is my daily planning. I've got, you saw my habit trackers up here, a mood tracker. I've got a master to-do list. I write down all my meetings for my internship, when I work, when I have classes. You can see this line here I drew myself, but there is like little indentations. I don't know if you can see that. There's like little, yeah, notches where they write in, so you can draw your little lines. So yeah, that's what this part's for. It's pretty, I don't know how many weeks are in here, but I'll be using it for some time, so hopefully I'll do an update video in the future of how this system's going, because I'm I've always wanted a Hobonichi Weeks, but I've never committed to one. You'll see I have my cousin, which I love so dearly. But yeah, I feel like this would be a good test period to see if I commit to it enough to want to do a predated diary, or if I prefer the undated sections in here. And then lastly, I have a blank notebook. You'll see I've done kind of some drawings in here. This is also where I like to paste my ephemera. Got little doodles. That's a plane ticket. This is from getting to go to Montreal. More Montreal. There's Nota Bene. Montreal again. I do some writing, but not anything too serious. This is my favorite coffee shop in Vermont. And then I've got, oh, this fell off. This is a business card from the restaurant that my boyfriend and I did our anniversary dinner at. I love, again, just to collect anything and everything, ephemera-wise. And then I've got, obviously, receipts. This is a local stationery store I went to that's super cute. And yeah, this is where I have that, whatever this is called, the pen holder attached to. It's pretty flimsy, but it stays attached, so I have no complaints there. And yeah, that is my standard size traveler's notebook. Super cute. Love her. I also love seeing the wear and tear on the covers. I think that's really neat. And then lastly, for my notebooks, I have my tried and true, my beloved, my one and only Hobonichi cousin. I don't remember the name of this case. I'll write it in, but it's literally the most beautiful thing ever. I will be reusing it for future years. Last year I had a Han, so that has like the case built into the cover itself. I had the seahorse one with a clear cover on top, but this I just love. I adore it. I think it's super cute. I've got the sticker that came in it up here. I have some photos, some loose leaf paper. This is a zine I got at my college. A little stencil sheet. I've also got, this is pretty well filled out, well loved. I've got mood trackers for every week. My monthly spreads that I have so far. It's my favorite one, obviously. And this is for next month. I do have my bookmarks in for certain weeks. Got my weekly spreads that I do. And the big thing here is that I really noticed I was time logging in this. I was time logging this. That's what I really liked using the vertical weekly for. So like, I wrote in when I had breakfast, I wrote in doing my lashes and having lunch, I wrote in when I journal. And I do write in appointments. Like my rabbit had a vet checkup, so I put that in here. This was my first attempt recording my YouTube video. I had a psych appointment this morning. So I kind of just block out things. I noticed more so I wasn't planning. I was memory keeping. So this moved from being a planner in my eyes to being a memory log. So that's where my standard traveler's notebook came in. This is for planning. This is solely like I carry this with me. I write in to-do lists. I do things like weekly to-do lists in here. This is like when the day's over, I have things written in that I know I have during that day, like my classes or my appointments. But like yesterday I took a nap, so I wrote in that I took a nap. I blocked that off. And I really like that physical aspect of having a book that shows what I did. I like getting to look back and be like, okay, this is what I did on Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday. So that's what this is going to become more so. And then I do... Oh, I forgot that... Okay, well, my first page is taped together with this index, so unfortunately there's that. But I journal in here a lot. A lot. I haven't skipped a single day, which I'm very proud of. And you can see I've got some to-do lists at the top. I obviously keep my ephemera in here. This was something a regular at work gave everybody for Chinese New Year. It's a little red envelope with a $2 bill, which I thought was really, really cute. I put little order things in here whenever I order something online. And this is a really good example of I don't fill the page up. If I really don't have something to talk about, I'm not going to force myself to do it, which I used to do, and now I've been better about doing. And then this is a good example of where I put receipts that I don't know where to put. This is like the month start page in the hobonichi, so I kind of pasted these there because I did some shopping. I have a little postcard. I got to go to the Austin Tamagotchi Club meetup, so I decoed this page a little. Got doodles of myself, tags from things I bought. You'll see a little bit more pen swatching here, and I switched to cursive. But this is from my trip to Montreal, so I've got a lot of photos in here. It's from my flight back. I got a tattoo, which was super cool. I got a bracelet. And then, yeah, this is kind of where I'm at now. So like I said, this is more daily journaling, memory keeping, whereas my standard traveler's notebook, this is my planner now. So that's kind of what changed whenever I was talking about change. And then this was reintroduced and obviously reformatted because I made it my wallet, which I like. Like, adding the wallet component I feel is really good as well because I know it's my wallet, but it's also my journal. So I reach for this often enough to go, oh, I should do a little bit of writing. I'm waiting for something. So super, super, super excited for that. And I think that's all for my notebooks. So I'll put these aside and kind of go over my pens. And I've got quite a few, which I don't even think... I'm going to pull this one out and then this one out as well. And then I think this is all my tried and true pens. I'll kind of zoom in here. So these are my holy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Octinity. My holy eight pens that I use. A lot of these are new, but some of these are old. I'll kind of start from my old tried and trues to my new additions and what I'm loving right now. And again, I'll link everything where I where I got them or where you can get them, because I do get some of these locally, or one of these I got in Montreal, and I don't know if they have a website. So yeah, starting off with my original tried and trues. That's gonna be these three. You'll probably notice two of these. These are pretty popular. This is the Muji gel pen in 0.38. I'm a fan of super small point. I write super small, as you could probably tell. So all these are going to be either 0.38 or smaller. My fountain pens are a little bit bigger point, but I can't really help that. I'm new in the fountain pen department of things, so that's something I'm still learning. This is a Pilot G2, also 0.38, classic writing pen. I feel like everybody and their mom has had this at least once. I know my mom has it in 0.7, so shout out mom. And then this isn't really a pen, but this is something I use often enough that I wanted to include. This is the Tombow Funosuke pen. It's a little, trying not to ruin the bristles, it's a little kind of calligraphy brush pen, and I use this, if you ever saw the Today that I write in my hobonichi, that's what I use this for. So any thicker black calligraphy, I use this pen, and I really, 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 really love it. I think you can buy them separately, but if not, it comes in the pack of two, and there's like a slightly bluer pen with a smaller point, or a smaller tip, that you can get as well. For my recent tried and trues, these are the pens that I would take to the grave with me if I could only take two pens. Just, that's the only thing I can say about these. They're both uniball. This is the uniball 1, and then this is the uniball signo DX. DX is just that this is a capped pen, and I believe that what's the word I'm looking for? The regular uniball signo is like a clicky pen. So same thing, but I prefer the cap because, I don't know, I feel like it doesn't dry out as fast, which I like. This, my tried and true, is in 0.28, and then this one I believe is in 0.38. Both just super beautiful. I love, love, love the ink that Uniball uses. I think it's super smooth, it glides really well, even though these are both super fine points. I don't get like the railroading whenever you write super hard, which I do. I hold my pencil very interesting. So love, 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 love. If you want to know the way into my heart, it's through these pens. I love them. I'll kind of separate these a little bit. These are my 3 fountain pens that I really use. I'll put this one aside for now and go over these two. You'll hear it, but they are nice and hefty, and that's what I love about these pens. When I write with a fountain pen, I really want to feel like I'm writing with a nice pen, and that weight is what I prefer. So this pen on my left is going to be a knockoff Lamy Safari, I believe, from Amazon, which I don't support buying knockoffs, especially off Amazon. This pen is like four years old. It was one of the first things I bought whenever I started getting into penpalling, but it does write pretty well. It was a nice beginner pen whenever I was getting into all the fancy stuff, and it was super cheap. So I would recommend getting a Lamy Safari. They're about $30. They write beautifully. They come with the cartridges, or you can get the converter for it and use your own ink, but I'm pretty sure that's the one that this compares to. This is my newest edition. This is from the store in Montreal that I was talking about. This is a Pilot Metropolitan. Pretty popular pen. She's very, very beautiful, a little dirty. Still figuring out the whole thing. She's also pretty heavy, and I like that about her. I believe these are both in fine point. They don't make the Metropolitan in an extra fine unless I'm mistaken. So these are both fine point, which writes good. It's a little thick for what I like because I write so small, but cannot recommend these two pens enough. And whenever I say this one, I'm meaning Lamy Safari. I used to have one, I lost it, and that's why I just kind of use this now because I have other pens. I don't need to buy more pens whenever I have ones that work perfectly fine. So last but not least, this is my Pilot Vanishing Point in extra fine. This is my child. This thing is my favorite item in all of my stationery collection. It was a gift from my sister for Christmas, which I was so surprised whenever I opened it. Such a beautiful pen. The matte black is so sleek. It's a nice weight, and just I love the commodity of it being a clicking. It's a clicker fountain pen. It's a little like that's crazy. And it does come apart. This has the converter set in it. Yeah. Love, 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 love her so dearly. It is a bit of a pricey pen. There's a YouTuber that I watch, I believe Sweet Kisses, correct that if I'm wrong, who is a big advocator for the Jinhao collection on Amazon, which I don't know if you can get them other places but Amazon. They're nice, affordable alternatives to the Vanishing Point. They are very comparable. I haven't yet used them, but she talks very highly of them, so I have no reason to believe otherwise. So yeah, this is, if I had to take two pens with me, to an island, it would be these. Vanishing Point and then my uniball signo TX 0.28. And I don't know if I said it already, but this is the extra fine point. You can kind of see that's very, very, very small. So yeah, those are my favorite pens and what I really like to write with. Okay, so I know we kind of went over a lot. Jump back to my typical desk setup here. But I will do my best to put in everything that I talked about this video, and put in links for all the things and whatnot. This was very, very fun to record. Hopefully it's not too long. It's just 33 minutes, so I might edit it down a little bit, but I do like the long form talking content, if y'all do too. Would love to get some feedback on this. Let me know what you want to see more of. Willing to do a lot with this channel, so yeah, let me know. And I guess I will see you all next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye!